Hi, my name is Joanie Eisinger. Welcome to my channel. If you'd like to find out more about me, please go to my website, jonieswhitelighealing.com. I do readings and healings privately. If you'd like to schedule a session, you can do that through my website. I see folks in person who are local to North Central New Jersey, and I do Skype, Facebook video, and phone for folks who are not. You could find me on LinkedIn, Twitter, and SoundCloud. You could find me on Facebook. Please like my Joanie's White Light Healing fan page. And if you'd like to friend me, please let me know how you found me in a message because I don't friend strangers. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and press the all bell icon. Please like, share, and comment below if you are so moved. I love to hear from folks about how the videos resonated with them or didn't, or if you have any questions. And if you have any requests for future videos where you want me to go in about an issue, talk about something from a spiritual perspective, do a reading for the collective, please ask. Okay, there are no timestamps on this video, so if you see this video outside of April 28, 2020, which is when I'm filming this, Spirit knows who's watching and when, so there's a reason for everything and why you're watching it past that date. Nothing is lost. Time is an illusion. If something resonates, great. If it doesn't, I suggest putting it on the shelf. At a later date, you might get it. Okay. I pull in the highest of Christ light consciousness. Who's that, you say? Is she talking good old time religion? No. Christed meaning the ones that got it, that had that moment. Some have walked the earth, the ascended masters. Others are archangels and angels, elementals, star beings, departed ones, guides, and consciousnesses. They come through me as one voice. I was tapped over the shoulder last July to do flash readings, had to get a laptop to learn even how to use one, and I started doing readings for the collective January 1st of 2020. I had never done readings for the collective, but as Lucy comes out of the apartment fully pregnant and she says, Ricky, it's time, that's what call I got. So I got a request to go in regarding the animals. We are at a very auspicious time in Earth's history, and many of us are focusing on folks, on people, and their evolution. What about the animals? What about the ones that are pets and the ones that are roaming the earth as we speak? We are talking microscopic organisms all the way up to the most giant. So the ones in the water, the ones on the land, and the ones in the air. So what I'd like to cover, I have a little post-it on my laptop. I'd like to go in about animal testing, breeding, fostering, adopting, rescuing, and eating of the animals. So I'm going to start off with going in. Spirit will give me information regarding the evolution on this new earth reality as we are co-creating this as we speak, of animals and animal testing for companies. So that's what I'm going to do now. I put my Joanie aside, I bring in the highest through my crown chakra, and out comes info. Here we go. Information is released regarding the hybridization of animals that are kept in labs. There's a lot of, as they say, monkey business going on. So if when the veil is lifted, there's talk about animals and monkeys, specifically with hybridization of monkeys with other mammals, mark my words, they're also using metaphor. Animals are pierced and hurt in many different ways. They're conjoined in all different ways with other species, it seems. There's a lot of this. There are a lot of supposed gargantuan projects that are hidden, and they will be revealed. The animal testing is so far gone at this point, it's done, that we will be seeing a shift, that people perceive that this is nonsense, it is irregular, that it does not compute, that we will not allow this inhumane behavior. Some of the animals that are rescued are lost. They cannot, their spirits can't be contained in the bodies, the physical vessels that they are carried in. There's too much muscle atrophy. Their respiration is low and they can't trot around. They're unable to move freely, therefore they expire. So there will be an exodus of a certain percent of animals that are found in labs. More regarding testing, I was getting more of the shenanigans at first. I'm talking as Joanie now, of what will be revealed of hidden experiments that were done across the land. Now I'm going to go in regarding testing. I see products with a display of purity and that they glow. There's a very high vibration coming from products on the shelf that are sold to us. I don't see human organisms like aborted fetal tissue, and I don't see animals in any which way. We'll call it green living. We'll call it sustainable. We'll call it fresh, delectable. Everything is glistening with an energy that's very, very pure. I see it doesn't compute. There are no animals being tested. It's removed from it. They use metaphor, but it's unavailable, meaning it's not possible. It just wouldn't be. We wouldn't be hiding things. We wouldn't have clandestine operations. We wouldn't be faking a product label and saying that there wasn't animal testing when there was. Now, evidently, that's what's going on because Spirit just brought that in. Nothing is hidden. No one is lying. There's a protection of goodness. Therefore, there's a freedom in the animal kingdom. They thrive and they don't need to be protected from poaching and capture and harm. Breeding. I was curious about puppy mills. That would go for cats as well. The breeding, the forcing of procreation of animals in order for them to multiply. And then there's a greed base here and a money-making for-profit piece here. So I'm going to go in regarding that now. It's not possible. It's not even that it's a law where it's forbidden. It just doesn't compute. There is a respect for nature. Therefore, nature would take its course. And so if two animals wish to procreate, they would. And if there was an agreement between two owners as to whether they would like to have their animals mate to have another being brought into the world, that would be a high energy decision. It would be according to law. So it seems that there are universal laws about bringing souls together for this purpose, and it would be understood. Now, they use the term methodology. So between the law and the methodology, it seems that we will be embracing concepts that are brought in by our galactic brothers and sisters, and that the breeding of a species it's managed in a different way. It was torqued here, it was twisted and forced, and pushed. And we don't have that here in a new paradigm. If you wonder about the souls who bred animals for a living and worked within that lower vibration paradigm, I'm going to go in and see what happens to them and their job description as a collective. They find new ways. They're not breeding the animals in that manner. They're working on habitats. They're working on the culture of the animal and their environment, improving the cat's meow, they say, improving the way, improving behavior, learning about animal psychology, learning about animal environments, learning about the foods that one might prepare for their pet. It's all done with such integrity and grace, and that these souls that were working on these projects of pumping out the kids, as they say, they move into another arena. It's similar. It's animal protection, but not in terms of where there's killing and abduction. It's making sure that your animal is protected and that they're safe in their home, rather than doors and latches left open so they could, jump out and get hit. Much more knowledge about animals. A lot of people will be experts, animal communicators, animal caregiving, tending, nursing, studying. So the breeders will be moved into another aspect of working with animals. They will not be without a job, unless they choose to be in another field altogether, but there's enough for them to do within the system they were working. Okay, now I'm going to go into fostering. Now, fostering animals, that concept is when you choose to take in an animal, but it's for a short period of time because they possibly were rescued or someone gave them up and they need a home on a temporary basis. So we'll see about fostering in a new earth reality. Let's see. It's interesting, in a high vibration fifth dimensional world, I don't see animals I don't see them wandering around and where there needs to be a rescue. I see that they take a position of, we're okay, we found our owner, we know who we are, you're okay, we've got it, good, we're sustaining ourselves, do you've got it, good, to the owner. And I don't see someone giving up an animal. I see that the love and tenderness between the owner and the animal is so blessed and tight that I don't see them leaving their animal, their beloved. I don't see their beloved pet being removed from their home. I don't see fostering necessary. I'm going to go back in. The only type of, it's not even fostering, they're playing with the word. I see people coming to the home and they're doing animal check-ins. How are you? So they're talking to owners. How are you doing? You just received this animal. How are you doing? Do you know what to do? Do you need any guidance? Can I give you some steps on how to take care of these issues? There are a lot of educators regarding animals and pet owners. Fostering doesn't seem to be an issue. Let's see about if someone dies and they leave an animal behind, what happens to that animal. They move on. It's not fostering, it's more adoption, that the animal is identified, everyone knows who has whose animal. Not that there's no privacy, but you would want others to know that you had an animal, so in case anything happened, it would be taken care of. So there'd be some type of it's almost like a registry of sorts. Um, and it's not Big Brother. It's not that at all. It's just something that makes sense. That if you were out of town, and people who don't have friends to watch your pet, that they could call upon a certain organization and people would be there for your animal. And that's so interesting because we're not even concerned here when we go into that concept that a stranger would be watching your animal, your pet. This is a love-based planet. This is a fifth dimensional experience that we are entering, and talk about just such love that people could just pick that up right there with your animal and come in at that call and take care if you were out of town. And if you passed, that there would be notices that would be broadcast, and someone would take in that blessed soul, that animal of yours, and it would be held in love. And over time, it would reunite. Not excuse me, not reunite. It would reunite. It would unite with the new owner and form a bond. Feels like things are easier. It's more seamless. It just, there's no hierarchy, no bureaucracy, no red tape. It's just so beautiful when I go in regarding how everything works. It's very smooth and easy. Okay, I'm going to go in regarding rescuing. I had mentioned it before, but I'm now totally focusing on animal rescue. So in this new Earth reality that I see that there were species that were on the endangered list and they were protected. And I see that they get a lot of attention because they were minimized, and that over time their populations grow, and that there are discussions made about each species, about endangerment and procreation and moving them to the next level and upgrades and their habitat and where would it be best for them to live, and have we addressed these issues and that. And they're located, they're identified. There are many souls already that know which animals need attention. And then there will be a bigger focus on each species that needs to be worked on. Over time, there's a plethora of many animals, and they all are able to live comfortably within this realm. In the beginning, it's just a little awkward because it's new, and the animals are, a lot of them are getting attention like never before. And a lot of them were not well, so they're being healed. A lot of them were hiding, they were timid, so they'll be coming out and showing themselves. And there will be many souls like me who are animal communicators and will be telling tales and will be speaking to the animals, talking to them, and then relaying stories. Let's see about those human beings that will come into being animal communicators, where we're all going to be Dr. Doolittles. That will happen, that there will be many over time that will have the gift of gab with the animals of all kinds. And there'll be reverie and there will be excitement that more people will understand what pets are saying, and animals in the wild. Okay, let's go in the last part, which many of you wonder about, is the eating of animals for humans. It starts slowly, and then vegetables and fruits and plants are offered. Digestion shifts. Some people are angry to a certain extent. They can't have their steak, but it takes time. People's will